Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about Coltrane changes. We'll give you one big trick that will help to smoothen out this complicated chord change. Let's apply this technique to the Coltrane changes and then you can use it anywhere to simplify chord changes. Let's do a quick summary of what Coltrane changes actually are.
Giant steps is based on something called chromatic third relations or chromatic mediant relations. Chromatic because the chords are not within the key, and mediant relations means that the chords are a third apart. In this case, they modulate a major third downwards. So we go from B to G to E flat, and then eventually we go back to B. If we now precede every new key with its dominant chord, we get B, D7, G, B flat 7, E flat. Later on we get G, B flat 7, E flat, F sharp 7, B. Hurrah! We have giant steps.
Well, that's a lot of jumping, and that's also what you hear in Coltrane's solo when he's playing. It's like so let's look for more connection between those chords. And how can you do that? Well, by adjusting the dominant 7th chord. The second chord is a D7, and assuming that every dominant 7th chord is a 5th degree, we can also place a 2 before it. But we can also replace it by the relative 2 of this 5. So we will exchange this D7 for its relative 2, the A minor. So then you get B major 7, A minor 7 going to G major 7. And then again we get a B flat 7. Also here we will make it its relative 2 if this one is the 5 going to E flat, which it does. We will replace it by the 2 of E flat, which is a F. So then we get a very smooth descending line of B major 7, A minor 7, G major 7, F minor 7, E flat major 7. So let's listen to the Coltrane changes, how they normally are. And the second example is where we smoothened out this bass line with the relative 2s of the 5s. So now we have this smoother bass line and smoother way of thinking. Let's do some exercises. We wrote a few patterns you can practice through these new adjusted changes. So let's dive into it.
The first pattern we're gonna apply is the main lick Coltrane uses over giant steps, the 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's see how that sounds over the new changes. Second pattern is the same as the previous pattern, but every other chord is mirrored. So you get 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, which creates a more flowing line. The concept of the third pattern is to go through the key centers diatonically, ascending 1 bar and descending 1 bar. Pattern number 4 are ascending thirds moving diatonically through the different key centers. In pattern number 5, let's use some fourths. Here we're gonna ascend for one chord and then descend on the next chord, which gives a really hip sound. For the last one, we're gonna use Bach's pattern from Cello Suite number 1. This is, by the way, a nice way for non-chord instruments to simulate the chord changes using these open triads. We elaborate further on this in our complete package, which you can find on our website.
So, thanks for watching this tutorial. Let us know what you think of this new way of approaching Coltrane changes, and let us know if you find it easier. We do also have a package with extra patterns written out, also extra tutorial advice specific for saxophone from me and from Timothy for guitar, and also with the play-alongs in 4 different tempos. Click the link in the description below for that, and leave a comment or a thumbs up or subscribe, and see you next time.